Close your eyes for a minute, close your eyes for a second. I won't change my mind.
Hi Posh fam, we're gonna be recapping the Real Housewives of Potomac. It's coming a little bit late, but guys, it's just like the Austin trip. It's being on a yo-yo spin, like you're on a roller coaster ride that goes up, down, sideways, leaving us confused and nauseous. And we, can't help ourselves. We have to go on this particular yo-yo diet and on this particular crazy roller coaster again, and we're feeling the same way. That's exactly how this particular episode that aired the previous few days felt like. We're gonna recap and tell you about the highlights. There was not a lot of it. I will talk about the few talking moments. First things first, we're gonna do a bit of housekeeping, and that is thank you so much to my latest subscribers. It is the end of the year. Thank you for joining us. We didn't get to 300 as I would like, but again, there is next year and we can keep growing. Again, go through my playlist, see what you like, and comment, share this channel with your friends and family so we can keep the numbers up. For my existing subbies, thank you for staying on, supporting the channel. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Keep doing what you do, like, comment, and share the channel with your friends. With that said, let's hit this particular commentary. It is Karen's birthday and the women are in Austin, and just like they were in Miami last year for Karen's birthday, that it went south with Mia throwing a few bottles of water and glasses went this way. We literally thought it was going to be that way. Again, as you know, they're not in a great space. However, they were able to have a kumbaya day just for Karen. That doesn't mean the entire day or the entire episode was anything but kumbaya. We're gonna get into that. I would say this though, Karen is building her empire. Her empire is growing. She's trying to create a legacy for her kids. She's, I think, bought a parcel of land off of her grandmother's plot, which is a good thing. We are here to celebrate Karen's success. This woman, I hope she establishes her mogul empire as quickly as she is dreaming. Now, we ended episode 6 with Robyn crying, giving the conversation that happened as it relates to section 9 violation, with the accusation surrounding Juan and the situation that got him fired from his work, might I add. The episode ended with Robyn having a conversation with
the lawsuit. That's one of the reasons why you got fired. And that triggered, that really set me off.
Robyn, why are you feeding into it?
I'm not feeding into it, but that.
I can't listen to this anymore because it's like so ridiculous. It is getting blown way out of proportion. I need you to stop feeding.
I'm not feeding into it. Why? I'm trying to.
Listen, Robyn, I'm not going to let you keep allowing these women get you super emotional.
I'm not emotional.
Again, this particular marriage has always been a phone call away. I have never actually seen them sit down and have a loving conversation. Whenever they're on the phone, someone is yelling at the other party, and is oftentimes one. And this is the part that got me. Okay, Juan has been fired off his job. He got paid out 15 months of his entitlement. And according to Robyn, they're in a good space. And so for now, nothing has changed when it comes to expenditure, and the income, as we all know, is no longer coming in. There's no stream of income coming in. And she said they're not changing anything. They're not changing their life. They're not adjusting anything. They are going to continue on until after 15 months. And then probably they will readjust. And this is where I'm like, there is no wonder why you guys have just had series of financial woes all your life. One has lost his job. He's been paid out 15 months. This is when you tighten your belt. This is when you reduce your spending. This is when you minus what you have now in preparation for the long haul. You don't know what's going to happen in the next 15, 20 months. And for you to say our lifestyle isn't changing until the money runs out, that is a pretty bad financial planning. But again, I'm just gonna let Robyn and her delusion just continue to play itself out. And speaking of Robyn, they got to this particular chicken shit bingo, and I would say, just as the name sounded, the entire particular event went to shit. And you might ask, what is chicken shit bingo? I only just found out, guys. I don't even know how the normal bingo is played. I'm not interested. However, I got to see what this one is actually like. Pretty much chicken shit bingo, as it's titled. There is a board and there's a cage, a bunch of chicken being fed continuously. I feel like someone should call the animal protection because these chicken are being abused with food. It should, because they're obese. You're feeding them just because you want them to poop on numbers that have been placed on boards, and whoever number has pooped on wins some ridiculous $2. Really? Now take these chickens out of their habits, out of this current state, and take them to the natural habitat. They're not meant to be in cages and in a clubhouse with music everywhere and in the name of chicken shit bingo. Anyway, as you all know, the ride to this particular chicken shit bingo didn't go so well in the car that Wendy, Candice, Mia, and Robyn were in, because Robyn did not like the fact that Candice called her out on revealing too much when her husband was going through a legal process. Candice called it. Absolutely. When you are in a legal situation, you shut your mouth until it's over, because whatever you say can be used indirectly in the court of law. Full disclosure can come in any form. But anyway, they got to this particular building and the rest of the crew were already there, and they could see that Robyn's mood was not the same, and they tried to find out what was happening. She recounted all that happened, and of course, you know, Gizelle is her sidekick, and so Gizelle got irate and was upset at Candice, and before we knew what was happening, Candice was crying, and I'm like, what is going on? And this particular thing that Candice does, this woman literally is an actress. She cues in her cries, gets this saviors where I don't know how she gets them. They're always on cue, shaped in triangles, and she just keeps doing this to her eyes and crying. And I'm like, who does that? Who cries and gets out tissue and have the time during the emotional state to fold the tissue like a triangle and then keep dabbing like this? It's God. And I couldn't understand why Candice was crying, because you're supposed to be the attacker, and all of a sudden you're playing the victim. What's going on? I didn't give Robyn the moment to express herself. Robyn said she's upset that Candice and Wendy are calling her out for things that they know nothing about and accusing her for indirectly causing one to lose his job, which might be a little bit of a stretch, but you know, we never know. She eventually couldn't sit in the chicken shit bingo. I don't know if it was the poop smell that drove her out of the venue, but she walked off. Mia tried to follow her. She was like, Mia, I need to be alone. She sat down on the pavement. It was just funny. Gizelle, you know, not wanting to leave her friend alone, went out, and eventually they called an Uber and left chicken shit bingo. The rest of the ladies tried to, you know, continue on the fun, but mate, the chicken has pooped and everywhere stinks. Karen is allergic to chickens, and she didn't want a bar of it, and rightly so. I'm not sure. Wendy had to liaise with a cowboy to help her get some chicken tickets. Honestly, it was a disaster. Safe to say, actually, this trip, Austin trip, it's not bad, but it's not good either. The next day, they decided to, you know, up the ante by having a kayak event. Now, this day now happens to be Karen's birthday. Gizelle went over, handed a few birthdays befitting for a 60-year-old not, and made a few comments. I feel like Gizelle is trying to rally the troops to her corner so that they can go against Candice and kick Candice out of the show, because now there is war. Gizelle and Candice are on a war path. They don't see eye to eye. Apparently, the color of their skin seems to impact favoritism or bring about favoritism for Gizelle as against Candice. And now for me, Gizelle trying to have Karen in a corner is just, again, very sus and very, very messy. Anyway, they went out kayaking. It was fun. They did not have the opportunity to gossip amongst themselves. They had a grand old time, wishing happy birthday to Karen, which was an ideal type of situation and entirely a complete shift from the Miami celebration, which, thank God, they respected this woman turning 60 for a change. Like I said, there wasn't much talking point this particular episode. However, with Juan and Robyn yelling on the phone, having an argument as to the situation that involved Candice or what Candice didn't say, with Yan saying, don't get emotional, don't feed into the negative. In fact, I'm done talking. It didn't even take 3 minutes of phone call. And I really feel sorry for Robyn. I do feel sorry for her. And I can understand why she is in that situation she's in. Shame sometimes make you do crazy things and you will be shocked. Anyway, guys, that's it for the recap. Until I come your way, same time when the another episode airs. Stay safe. Happy holidays. And stay focused. See you. Thank you for watching.